The AllStar app, the #1 app in the business. UFC, Bellator, One Championship, PFL, and more. Get the app right now. Link in description. Let's jump right into it, man. Yushin Okami, he called you out, man. He called you out. Whenever someone calls you out, what are the emotions you're having? You know what I mean? Because is it different for every fighter? Because maybe you have a relationship with certain fighters and we don't know about it.
No, it doesn't. Yoshin, like I've been watching him, for a while now. Uh, so for me, it's an honor. It's cool that he called me out. When he first came to One Championship, I thought, for sure I'll get to fight him. And so, everything happens for a reason. He called me out, and it happened. So I'm happy.
He was fighting at welterweight, right? That that
Yeah,
his first couple fights.
I don't know why he should not be fighting welterweight. He's too big for the welterweight weight class.
Yeah, it was interesting to me that he was fighting at welterweight and not getting the
No,
proper results, right?
I think it did him more harm than good.
Yeah, losing all that weight, right? Just
No,
it's not good for anybody.
can't be good for your cardio. It can't be good for your stamina. So
So, do you feel like you can't really dig too deep into those performances that he had at welterweight because this time around he's gonna be his real self? You know what I mean? He's gonna be the big Okami.
yeah, I can't. I'm gonna imagine the best version of Okami, and I've trained hard for it. I've trained very well for it, so I'm excited.
Going back to, calling people out, you're part of the era, right? I've been around for a while with One Championship as well. You're part of the era where there was no trash talk, but recently One Championship has changed their stance on that. They kind of allow that now. Has that made fights more exciting to you, or do you think that it's something that we really don't need in the sport?
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's not who I am.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna call anybody out. Um, but it's all right. It's not. It's to me. It's like it brings more viewership. It's good. It's not bad or it's neither to me. It doesn't make a difference at all. Or before they're like one championship was they pride themselves on being. It's not like the UFC. You don't have the shit talk. You don't have you don't, uh, you don't have people calling out and such. So
Yeah, man, it's interesting like how things have shifted, has changed, the promotion has changed. I mean, there's so many new fighters coming in. And what do you think about the shift, man? You're part of that generation of, I guess, the OGs of the divisions. You know what I mean? These divisions are coming in with new Russian fighters, fighters from all over the world, man. It's a good thing too, right? It keeps you on your toes.
great thing. I think it's a great thing. If we're gonna move forward, then we gotta have a new crop, new guys that are gonna elevate the game. If we're gonna make it a better sport, then we need that. We need the new guys in the game, hungry young guys in the game, and no, there's no. For me, it's part of the evolution. If I'm gonna be a better mixed martial artist, my grappling, my wrestling, my striking, they all have to evolve. They all have to get better. Or else, who wants to watch like the old, the jujitsu, the Henzo Gracie with no striking kind of match? We don't want to watch that. I mean, they were pioneers. Like, but now it's a different age, a different day and age. You know, we got the guys that are very, very, the Dagestans with really good wrestling, good fundamentally sound striking as well, and they're giving a lot of people problems. That's part of the evolution, and it's good. It's a good thing. We should welcome it.
It's about figuring out the puzzle, right? It's not about like this one guy's doing one thing well, so we just have to stop that one thing. It's about this guy doing many things well, and we got to stop everything, which keeps you hungry, like you said.
Yeah, and physical attributes matter too. Physical
Yeah.
attributes. And in the past, Yoshin Okami's kind of attribute and skill set have given me trouble. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to solve this problem and show the fans that I'm still evolving and I'm still getting better.
I'm just gonna be real. Most fighters are not chasing after those stylistic matchups, right? They want fights that they are the favorite, but you're taking on styles that you feel like you need to grow in. Is that just the martial artist aspect of you?
No, it's just me wanting to be better. Me wanting to be. I have like I don't want to get nothing for the easy way. I want to earn it, and I want to become a better mixed martial artist. Because there's gonna come a time when I can't fight anymore, right? During that time, I'm gonna be a coach, and I'm gonna be training people. Like I want to know deep down inside. I want to know what it takes. I want to know. I want to understand the game, and I want to understand, like the nuances of each body type, have each attributes, each skill set, each style. Like they all have their strength and weaknesses. For me, my weakness is like I have a hard time with rangy, long grapplers that are strong. And Okami, it kind of fits the bill. So for me, it's exciting. It's what wakes me up and wants me to train and get better.
Yeah, man, it makes the matchup much more exciting to see like what you
Yeah.
have developed in the last 10 months or so. You
I
haven't
mean,
fought in that long time.
not gonna want to stand and bang with me,
Mhm.
like my few previous opponents have done. Like for sure he's gonna look at my last losses, and I believe that's why he moved up a weight class. You know,
Mhm.
he moved down to welterweight because I think he trains with Ken.
Yeah.
And so like now he knows that my weaknesses. He's like want to exploit it. So for me, it's good.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good. It makes it interesting. You in your gym, I mean, you have guys fighting in every promotion around the world. And when you look at like a promotion like the UFC, they've become pretty ruthless, right? They cut fighters left and right. But one championship is different, man. They've created a different culture. Goes back to the martial artist aspect of fighting, right? Has that allowed you to be more comfortable with chasing fights like this? Fights that you will be challenged in these aspects?
Uh, I mean, I can't say no, but like um of course I want to win.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I don't want to be like I don't want to be cut from a promotion, like
Mhm.
but that's not why. The reason of why deep down inside of me I just want to I
Mhm.
just like tough fights, fights where I can get really hurt, fights that I can be in trouble, those are the fights that I enjoy. I don't like a walk through the park kind of fight. I want to have tough fights. Um, I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? Like
Yeah.
when you're in the fire, where one of you is going to get knocked out. That kind of stuff excites me. When
Mhm.
when you're in the pocket and you're going like you're throwing big hard shots, right? And he's throwing it back to you, like that fire excites me. You know.
Is it also like when like you're in a bad position on the ground and you get out of it and reverse it and start dropping down like ground and pound or getting back up and then being able to strike again? Like those moments are the ones that you really love.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. The firefight is what I love, right?
Yeah,
The,
of
fire,
course, of course.
the firefight is what I love, but I want to get to a point where they take me down and I stuff their takedown and I get back up and I get them tired for trying to take me down, or I like on the ground I'm able to sweep them, get back up, and get them tired. It's like those are the things that are the things that I want to work on, and is the thing that gets me excited.
The Vitali Big Dash fight last February. Do you go and watch that fight and analyze it, or do you just put it in the rear view and move forward?
No, of course I analyze it. I analyze it, but also like it's just a tough one. It's just a
Mhm.
tough one. But I mean, I can like I don't really want to talk too much into it, but it wasn't it wasn't my best performance. It wasn't the performance that it wasn't an ideal situation, but it is what it is. Let's just makes me I don't know, makes me hungry or makes me like reflect on what I need to work on and like just be a better performer. You know, be a better performer. Maybe be better at making choices when it comes down to, you know, like turning like turning the fight down or not. Kind of
Mhm.
those things. You know, like um, if the situation is not going to be where I'm going to be able to perform, then I probably shouldn't take the fight. You know, things like that. Um, but of course, on the technical aspect, I know what was good and I know what was bad. You know.
You've likely focused a lot on your grappling leading up to and during this training camp. Who have been the most vital individuals at Cliff?
Um, right now, like it's kind of funny because like I usually, you know, I have my set of group of guys that I work with, right? Like Phil Haas, you know, Tuco, Brendan Allen. Um, but for this camp, I've worked a lot with Mickey Gall.
Okay.
Yeah, Mickey Gall. Not too much on the sparring side, but more like on the technical side. And then Rogan Gracie. Uh, he's a young, you know, up and coming guy. He's about 6'4", 6'5".
Wow.
Yeah, so I work a lot with the taller guys, and then we have, you know, good southpaws here, um, and what's his name? Mutante, Cesar Mutante was
Yeah.
have as well, you know, and he's a southpaw too. Nate Marquardt's been helping me as well. Um, I have a great group of guys, you know, and it's I'm very blessed, you know, to have these men around me. Impa, Impa Kasanga has been working with me as well, and then also, you know, Gregory Rodriguez. Uh, so Gregory Rodriguez is built very similar as well, except he's probably bigger and stronger, you know, and more explosive, better striking. So they've been
Eh,
really helpful.
Yeah, RoboCop is a maniac, right? Like this guy. I love
Yeah, man.
him. He's like,
His heart is next level. His heart,
Mhm.
his faith is so strong. You know, he uh, he loves God. You know, and that makes him a, you know, spiritually, mentally, it makes him very strong. Never quit in him.
We've seen that in you many times in that circle, right? The never quit. I mean, some insane fights, man. We've seen some insane fights from you. In this one, do you see an insane fight? Do you see something that is going to be played out a little slower? Or do you see something that's going to be fast paced?
I hope so. I hope it's a little fast paced. I hope, you know, like I really deep down in my heart, I really believe that I'm gonna break him within 2 rounds.
Mhm.
In 2 rounds, I'm gonna break him because I'm gonna keep a high pace, high pressure, high volume, um, and you know, I'm excited for this one. I get to showcase like everybody knows that I can strike, and then on the ground, I'm gonna do some damage on the ground as well on different positions, um, and then look to just break him, you know, physically, mentally, everything.
One championship, man, they implemented the drug testing and they actually popped somebody. I think his name is Martin Boutour, right, for banned substances. So it's working, right? People are getting caught. How does that change the landscape? Do you think? How have you noticed anything?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It's gonna make it more fair, you
Mhm.
know. And they should. They should have done it. You know, they should have done it since my last fights. You know, like I think of course it's gonna change some stuff. Um, and I really hope that, you know, they keep their words on it and test everybody.
Mhm.
I'm excited for it. You know, it makes the playing field even. You know, nobody's gonna be ridiculously stronger than me.
Mhm.
You know, so I like it.
Yeah, there has been some guys that don't pass the eye test from
Yeah,
time to time. So hopefully it does level up the playing field and they do it does, change the landscape for fighters clean. Anyways, November 19th, one championship, 163 in Singapore. Ong, appreciate the time, man. All the best to fight. Everybody go check out Ong's interviews, his stats, his statistics, all about the event in the descriptions, the AllStar app. Thank you so much, Ong, for the time.
Yep, my man. Take care. All right.